talk to our sleeping buddy. See what he has to say. Probably nothing. This bottle's gotta be important. It's like really prominent.
What do you want?
Inspector Legrand is questioning the first of the passengers in the saloon.
And?
It will be hours before he gets to the stowaway.
And?
We'll save time if I question him.
We'd also save time if you stopped asking me the same things over and over again. I will not let you in. What time is it, by the way?
Got an appointment?
No, but I'm hungry.
Go and get yourself something. I'll mind the door.
Liar.
Time.
You're such a liar.
You could bring me something, though.
I could do that. What do you want?
What do you want to eat?
I'll play nice.
Oh, anything. An apple or something like that.
What? No.
There's ham and eggs in the saloon.
Can't touch him.
Why not?
Why not?
Sergeant Mills.
Hmm?
He's responsible for the fitness of the unit, and he'll chew you out if he thinks you've packed on a few pounds.
What?
I see. Leave it with me.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, so we're definitely gonna bring him some eggs. This water bottle
should be full of water, unless the good.
Yeah, we were talking
no
about that.
way to verify.
Alright, so we can't get to the bottle, which means we need to. It was mentioned at the very well, first time we saw the bottle, that he was smart to bring a bottle with him. You know, just bringing more attention to it, I suppose. So now we will go get the man who thinks we're guilty of something, some food. Why he would trust food from us after he pretty much accused us of setting a bomb off in his face, I have zero idea. But maybe he's, you know, just hungry.
Whatever Constable Oliver wants.
Don't question a hungry man. Don't question him. You are a pretentious little man.
Of salt for our friendly constable.
That's not a pinch of salt. Good grief, dude. That's like half a thing of salt.
Good.
Killing me, Smalls. Killing me. Or killing him, more likely.
Constable Oliver.
He said he couldn't have that stuff.
Ham and eggs. Piping hot.
Oh, I shouldn't really.
I don't see anyone here who'd rebuke you. It was a hard night.
Yeah, true.
I would not be our friend in this game. There's no way.
Just enough.
Dude's trying to stick to a diet. Let him. Don't be like that. Don't be that guy.
Oh, that was good of you. Cheers.
You don't expect me to wash your dirty dishes as well, do you?
Oh, of course not, Your Majesty. Oh, that was a proper meal and no mistake.
You left your bacon there. Well, it's ham, I guess. Looks like bacon to me. Okay. So we... did that. I don't know anymore. I don't know if we have any hints. She did say... Miller did say go talk to Agatha. Or whatever her real name is. About the novel, which I don't want to do. But... Adventure game. And sometimes you make dialogue tree choices you don't want to make. Because they need to be made for the plot to continue forward. Walk forward. There we go. Are you still fussing at him? Good grief. Oh, let's ask her about them fighting.
Lady Wilson,
I won't do that earlier.
May I bother you for a moment?
By all means, Mr. Zellner.
Let's ask about questioning.
How is the questioning going?
Are you implying that I'm an eavesdropper?
Absolutely.
The inspector is placing a lot of pressure on our dear Mr.
Implying
Kreutzer.
nothing.
He's the only one who was on the train and who doesn't have an alibi for last night.
Perhaps. But him? A murderer?
I know people like him. He doesn't have enough backbone to kill someone in cold blood and remain so calm. He'd turn it into a drama and then a farce, drink himself insensible, and then, railing at fate, pitch himself into the sea. Forget him.
How?
Legrand is wasting his time. Mr. Kreutzer just happens to be a perfect fit for the inspector's image of the Raven.
Athletic, cultured, moves among the rich and famous.
I'll eat his violin if he's the Raven or the murderer.
Yeah, me too. I'll help you out. help you out. Let's talk about
Miss
them.
Miller cope with all the excitement?
I think so. But what happened on the train was quite a shock for her. She wouldn't be able to go on if something happened to Matthew.
She's worried about him.
He's all she has. It breaks her heart that he lives at a boarding school and can't always be with her. But she sets her wishes and needs aside so that he can get a good education. That's her way.
That's good of her. I like her.
And the idea to send Matt to a boarding
Which probably means she's
school-
guilty, right? Probably means she's a cold-blooded murderer.
Matthew idolized his
Just
father
saying.
and blamed his mother for the fact that he wasn't around anymore. I was afraid the situation would escalate if he had to live on a country estate alone with his mother and some old people. I think I was right. He quickly made friends at boarding school. He's popular, well-liked, a real athlete according to his teachers. And his relationship with his mother has improved as well. He's headed in the right direction.
That's good. Alright, let's ask about his
Where's
father, because, we're
Matthew's father?
super nosy.
Gone. Run off. Ran away from his problems again.
Wow.
He drank a lot.
She doesn't like
more
him.
and more after each setback. It's better for both of them this way.
He left her.
She couldn't have borne it. She loved him and wanted to stick by him. She fell out with her family over him. They couldn't understand her. And when he left her, the ground opened up beneath her feet. For 2 weeks, she was as good as dead. If she didn't have Matthew, she'd be dead.
You seem to know a lot about it. I mean, about the time before Miss Miller began working for you.
I have my reasons.
And Matthew, do you care as deeply about the children of your other employees?
If you fail with your own child, you hope to do better with others, Constable.
Is the Raven your kid? What? That'd be crazy. It's not true, but it'd be crazy. Or is the father, like Matt's dad, is that your kid that nobody knows about? That's like a secret crazy subplot.
Miss
All right,
Miller told me
that's
that
about
you
this
have a
book that we
valuable
shouldn't ask about.
manuscript with you.
Oh man.
That is correct.
An unpublished Part 2 novel. The manuscript must be worth a fortune.
She's already got a fortune.
It's not just any Part 2 novel. I wrote it 20 years ago, but it will only be published after my death. It's Part 2's last case. Maurice Part 2 dies.
You're going to kill him off?
I already have. And I enjoyed it.
Nice.
Madam,
I was so sick of writing one Part 2 novel after another.
Fair enough.
I was keen to stick a knife in his guts. And so, 20 years ago, I did. Of course, I didn't want to disappoint my fans, so I let him solve case after
And
case.
you want to get paid.
But at least I was certain that he'd never escape me, that in the end, I would get him.
I like her more and more all the time.
let's just hope that this novel remains unpublished for many more years. I have to be going, Lady Westmacott.
Do you?
Please keep me informed, Constable Zellner.
Of course.
Alright, so what do we have going on now? Let's make the rounds again. Have we been told to go talk to anybody else? We've already talked to her, she blew us off. We talked to him earlier. Anything new, maybe?
Captain DeConti seems old and tired. The price you pay for a life like his, I suppose.
Okay, that's all we got? Now that I realize who she is, this conversation might go better.
Miss Mayers doesn't really seem to be much help in my investigations. She's probably too busy thinking about her fiancé.
Why are you concerned about her fiance? You trying to hook up with some 20-year-old? Alright, so let's walk back out here. Maybe not the constable. Officer, what's his face? Oh, he's a constable. They're both constables.
Constable is quenching his thirst with a bottle of water. You'll have a problem when it's empty, but I can't wait that long.
Oh. Empty the water bottle. Okay, let's talk to Maggie. Anything else to say?
Now.
Gotcha. One more round with her since we're here. Then we're going to try to shoot that water bottle with our slingshot. Huh? Now we're thinking. Empty that water bottle. How are we going to do that without him seeing us? I have no idea.
Something of a soulmate in the archaeologist. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee that the two of them will end up together. People with low self-esteem tend to sabotage their own happiness.
All right, Dr. Ruth. All right. No, stop walking. Take the slingshot. Shoot the water. Yes, exactly that. Don't walk up to it. Go hide. Yes. What? His pathing makes no sense at all to me. Probably shoot him in the face.
Ow! 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 Ah! Hey, Zellner, what in blazes was that?
What?
Something hit me!
You mean someone shot at you?
Yes, well, no, I don't know. Didn't you notice anything?
I was riveted by the fantastic view. We Swiss aren't used to seeing the horizon like this.
And your glass bottle broke.
Broken too. Oh, I don't believe this. Could you bring me something to drink? Those ham and eggs were pretty salty.
They were salty, like half a bottle of salt on them.
Investigations. Goodbye. Let's see how long he can resist his thirst.
For the sake of the game, I hope not long. Excellent.
Not long at all.
That's right, let's go downstairs. Boom. Instant teleport downstairs. How we're going to get back out whenever he's back up here, I have no idea. None whatsoever. Alright, so there's our prisoner that I don't care about yet.
Nervous?
Are you going to make me talk to him?
I would be too in your position.
Guess so. Who are you?
My name is Adil. And you are?
Your questioner.
Constable Zellner. Why did you sneak onto the ship, Adil?
I wanted to go back home.
You're Egyptian?
There's no work for me in Italy. I want to see my family again.
And since you don't have money, you stowed away.
So what if I did?
It's hard for me to believe a single word of your story.
Because I'm a foreigner?
Because you seem to have learned our language in the space of a day. Accent-free.
Believe what you want.
We didn't learn our language. He's obviously from Venice, wherever they took, that from. Like, what? Whatever. Like, if he was living there working, couldn't get any work, of course he speaks the language. I'm more impressed why they're all speaking English. That's much more interesting. Alright, did you knock me out? Not that I can...
So, it was you who knocked me out.
Not that's gonna work as a question.
Never.
No? Where were you when I was attacked?
Well, I couldn't take anything with me on this trip, so I,
How does he know when you were attacked?
Some canned goods.
Interesting. And how do you know when I was attacked?
Alright.
Well, I thought it was yesterday, shortly before we set sail.
I take this bump personally.
Alright, so he may have knocked us out then to get us out of the way.
Who paid you to distract us?
What?
You went for a walk around the deck and let yourself be seen. Everyone goes off hunting you, and in the meantime, your partner shoots the Baroness in peace.
No, I didn't do anything. I didn't want to distract anyone. I just want to go home.
If he did distract somebody, he's not going to tell you because you would just leave him in this cell and the murderer would come shoot him. Come on now. Think this through.
What were you searching for on deck last night?
I was hiding the whole evening. I wanted to go out and get some fresh air, see the stars. But then suddenly, they were looking for me.
Were you in one of the cabins?
No.
Did you see anyone on the deck or on the roof?
No.
And after we
It would
arrested
help if you did, you know that, right?
The policeman put me in this cell. Then he left. I've been here ever since.
And you didn't notice anything along the way?
No, nothing.
What about the gunshot? Didn't you hear it?
Yes, the English policeman had already arrested me. We heard a bang and looked around.
And then?
Then, the Bobby was in a hurry to get rid of me. He almost pushed me down the stairs and locked me in here. He left, and then a short time later, the alarm went off.
Constable Oliver wasn't with you anymore when the alarm went off?
No. I was scared that the ship would sink with me sitting here like a rat in a trap.
You're a liar, and a bad one at that.
How do you figure that?
I'm telling the truth.
And I'm the Raven. Inspector Legrand will deal with you. He's lying like a cheap rug. But he probably doesn't know anything about the murder.
So what do you think he's lying about?
So I have to keep searching. What interests me most is the shot that was fired here in the cargo hold last night.
I was trying to look at it, but somebody went and stopped and talked to some random Italian or Egyptian or whatever. Alright, anyway, this crate with the bullet hole.
Whoever fired the shot hit the crate.
We already knew that.
Did the shooter just want to intimidate me? Or maybe he needed the bullet.
Right? Because the doctor had to give you something because they didn't actually shoot the Baroness because she's in on it? And the letter was a fake? Not the letter, the little
if the bullet
scribbling?
is still stuck in the wood, it's too deep to reach with my fingers.
Alright, what else is down here? Bullet hole, we need a tool to get to apparently. You know, wire for upstairs for the Legrand's
also seems to
place.
serve as a changing room for the crew. At least for the ones who don't
How are some
wear fighting
tools?
uniforms.
Got some pliers down here? Open the locker.
Stroke of luck. The lock is open.
Look, we knew it was open. We opened it earlier. Oh. Where'd this come from?
Stained overalls. And here,
A toolbox.
Toolbox.
Excellent. Open the toolbox.
A lot. Hardly any paint, dented, and the lid is held shut by a wire. I'll take it
Could
with
use
me.
that wire, yes. Toolbox or the wire? The wire. Excellent.
Some wrenches, a bit of wire wool, an oily cloth, and here, a screwdriver.
Okay, so we have some wire. We can make a lockpick out of, I guess, like we did that bobby pin earlier. Why don't we just go get a bobby pin from the same woman, from Miller? Oh, anyway, we got a wire, or what, doesn't matter. Screwdriver, let's try to dig this bullet out. If there is a bullet in here. The doctor didn't already take it out.
I think the bullet is still in the wood.
Oh well. Thought it might be somewhere. Thought it might be getting somewhere.
I'm not a weapons specialist, but at first sight I'd say that this bullet looks exactly the same as the one Dr. Gebhardt gave me for Legrand. That would mean that the murderer also fired a shot here in the cargo hold before the murder. But why? Did
That is
they
weird.
just want to make sure the old guns still worked?
Well, that's not
Or was it
no.
something else? And did the bullet really come from the same gun? I can only check that in Legrand's cabin.
Alright, so this bullet is probably from the violinist gun, right? But they needed to show that it had been shot. So they shot a bullet here, and they didn't expect anyone to find it. Yeah, okay, let us go to Legrand's cabin and see if we can pick our way inside.